minute to sign off from here. And also put my phone on mute. Give me a minute and we should be all set very quickly. Why is the network so slow? Okay, it's giving me time to drink some chai. Give me a minute. We should be all set quickly. All right, all set. So a very warm welcome to whoever has just joined and whoever I didn't get to say hello to. A very warm welcome to all of you. Today, a topic which is, it's brought up to me many a times about, the temple visits, the darshans and all of that stuff. And it's so funny whenever anybody asks me, are you a temple going person? And my first answer immediately is always no, I'm not a temple going person. And I'm not a religious person and I don't go to temples, except that every trip that I plan in a year is all towards temples. Sometimes we're going to Mahakal, sometimes we are going to Kamakhya, Mahamrityunjay. So one after the other, I'm planning temple trips while saying to everyone, no, I'm not a temple going person. So what kind of a paradox am I running in? What kind of a denial I'm living in that, no, I'm not a temple going person. So here is the thing. Normally, so we will take two aspects of what is it that we receive when we go to temples for darshan. We will talk about the unaware aspect of it and also then about the aware aspect of it. So mostly when people go to temples, they are going from a lot of faith, but also, like they have a ready list of prayers that they want fulfilled. Oh, I want to go to this temple. Suna hai ki in when we go to the south and we go to this particular temple, then Lord over there is really, really kind and answers all our prayers. So we've got a long list of prayers written out that, okay, I want this answered and this should happen and that should happen and my child should get through this and my son should go through this and my husband should come back to me or some such thing, whatever it is that you have in your asks, that's what you go to temples with. When you go to those temples, you are going there with faith. And then you put that application out there. And if it happens, then you totally understand that, that fellow has done something for you. And when it doesn't happen, most of the times, you don't put a finger at him saying, yeah, I came to you thrice and you didn't even answer my prayers. What's wrong with you? You don't do that because even in unawares, at least on this one, some part of you thinks that, oh, it's just a stone that I'm going and meeting with. So if they do it, your faith strengthens. But if they don't do it, if that stone doesn't answer you, it's okay. You are not totally shattered about that stone not listening to you. You're more shattered about people around you not listening to you, but not so much about the stone. So this is the unaware part when you go for darshan. These days, especially in Mumbai, when Ganpati happens, there are lines and lines, and people stand in those lines for days and days to get the darshan. And many people, they ask me, because ever since I understand the any energy perspective of it, saying ki patthar mein kuch nahi rakha hai. There is nothing in that stone that's sitting out there, but it's the faith that you carry that is actually moving the mountains for you. Faith moves mountains. Wherever you put that faith in, it moves mountains. And so somebody, came and we were just talking about this and they say, I just saw so many lines for Ganpati and I'm thinking like, what are they even going for? And they're being pushed around and they're not even getting the time to see. And, there is this entire line which is just constantly being pushed by the police. And then there's this other line where people are going and posing or something. They were talking about some Ganpati, pandal where this happened. And this was a footage that they managed to see on video, saying that why would people even stand for 3 days to be treated like this? And I said, well, what do you think those people are receiving? She says, nothing. In that idol, there is just nothing. It's just lack because you don't even get to stay there. I agree that the idol doesn't have much to give. But can you even imagine with what frequency are you standing over there, waiting in line for days and days without knowing when your darshan of 1.5 seconds will come? And yet you stand in line over there and wait for that 1.5 second moment to happen to you. What is your frequency that makes you stand over there? And what frequency are you managing to grow as you get your 1.5 seconds of time with that idol? You are simply in the frequency of faith. And what do you get to grow? Absolutely, this faith frequency. This is the faith that is actually working for you, no matter who you are. And obviously, when people are being pushed like that in physical sense, they are not much. But what their energy holds, this kind of faith, and this is the faith that is carrying them through. Blind faith. Blind faith that, yes, my 1.5 minutes, 1.5 seconds is worth it. Standing in line for 3 days and knowing that it is totally worth it because they have full faith in that Ganesha. They have faith in that idol. Is the idol working for them? Absolutely. Why? Because it is increasing their frequency of faith for those 3 days that they are standing in line. And then on the other side, there is this whole bunch who have approach and who've got, some contact or the other. And with that, they're able to reach that idol faster. They are able to get their darshan faster, and they get to even stand and get selfies posed and everything. What are they receiving? Ease and grace. They are already in the frequencies of ease and grace, and the ease and grace is manifesting. It is manifesting right there and then for them, that with such ease and grace, they're able to get the darshans. So what frequency is already manifesting for them? It's ease and grace, and that's what they might be able to grow through this if they are aware. Coming to this point of, if you are aware, what would you do? As I said, people ask me, do you believe in temples? And I say, no, but I do understand. I do understand that why is a temple even created? A temple is created because it is an energy portal of somebody who has done their energy work in that place. That is the reason why that Shakti that is sitting in that space is even getting recognized. Somebody might have worked on themselves. The inner work that you and I do, that's the only work. It's not that they have to do something else, but the inner work, which makes you go deeper and deeper within. Wherever you sit and do it, that place becomes the temple. It becomes the portal. It becomes the holder of that energy. And that is why so many people, when you come into my house, you can sense the lightness in your own being already as soon as you walk in. Why? Because this is my temple. And you can sense my light, light, full energies as soon as you walk into the space. The saris that are coming to you as prasad, what is happening? The saris are holders of my frequency. And as you are holding on to that frequency every single day, as you meditate on the sari prasad, what is happening? This is the funniest, the cheapest temple that is getting created in your own home of this energy of abundance. You, with your faith and the energy working with you, are actually creating a non-brick and mortar temple right there where you are in your own home. You are creating the temple. So that temple where you are doing the darshan every day of the own Devi within, that temple is getting created. That is your energy. That is your temple. And so when I go to temples, I recognize, and it happens so many times. It happens so many different times that there is a temple, and the temple is here, and the idol is here, and the pujaris are here, and the line is here. And I'm suddenly told to go into that angle, stand over there, and go prostrating over there, picking up the energies. Why? Because I'm not here to take the energy. If I have been called to a Shakti Sthan, to a place where energies exist, where I can pick up the next frequency, then I'm going to be sent to wherever the energy work has happened. And most of the times there are already temples over there, because we, through our energy workings and through all the rich heritage that we have, we are able to recognize the place where energy has existed, been worked on, and the frequencies have been worked on. And so all of these temples, whether you call them Jyotirlings or Shakti Peeths or whatever, these are all places where somebody, some force, some energetic force has been worked on by someone at some point in time. Maybe a dozen people, maybe one person, but that is the energy that is calling people. That is the energy that wants to be received by people. But when we are unaware and we go for darshan, we go and then we want to take a look at the idol. We look at the idol. There's nothing to be seen in the idol. The pujaris are standing over there and like, okay, give us 500, give us 2,000, give us 28,000, whatever the number be. And you come out of there feeling not so satiated, not so satisfied. Why is that? Because the energy over there wasn't the Shakti that called you. The energy inside, where there are so many Brahmins and Pandits and whoever, who are all sitting in lack. They're all sitting in lack. What have they done to that energy in that energy space? They have created a lack energy in that space. So when you walk in over there, it's their energy at play, not necessarily the energy of faith that called you there in the first place. And so when now you begin to become aware, you're able to recognize. I tell people, whenever you go to any place, then simply just walk around. There is nothing to give to anyone. Actually, we are here to receive. That energy has called us because it wants to give to us. And so I tell people, go around and say, I receive. I allow myself to receive whatever I've come here for. I allow myself to receive. And then whatever is happening around, take a look at that. If something is bothering you, the priests are bothering you, the state of the temple is bothering you, whatever is bothering you, if it is bothering you, then you are sitting in judgments. And so those judgments have come to be released. Who are the priests? Nothing but another part of you, a mirror to you, a mirror that is still sitting in lack while being right next to the Devi, the mirror that is still sitting in lack. Aren't you the same? You are the Devi, you are the Mahadev, and yet so many times you are sitting in lack, being right next to the Mahadev that you are still sitting in lack. So the priest is nothing but a mirror to you. So if a priest is triggering you, please take a look within at how you can continue to sit in lack while being in such close proximity to the Shakti that you are within. There is no one outside, everybody simply a mirror to you. When you are aware and then you go around saying, I allow, the energy will show itself to you. The energy will show it to you in so many different ways. You'll be able to feel it. You'll be able to see what have you come to receive. When people mostly come with me, I'm able to sense. And that's only because I'm constantly sitting in guidance ki acha, yahan pe kuch milna hai kya? Not even the expectation ki kuch milna hai. This time when I went to Aurangabad, the last time when I went to Aurangabad, most of the times my hand goes in this position saying, okay, I'm ready to receive whatever. The last time when I went to Aurangabad, the hands were in this position. That okay, here I am allowing you to receive from me, allowing you to receive from me, to understand that energy that I used to take from that place, I understand that my energy, because it is still being worked on every single day through the body. I tell you potty every day. I do potty every moment. And I sit in, of course I will sit in unawareness. That's how I experience earth frequencies. But whenever I'm experiencing the unawareness, shortly Mani will show me that here it is, you're working with your unawareness, and it quickly moves to awareness. As soon as it moves to awareness, I'm able to work on my frequencies and come back to faith and surrender. Even more faith, even more surrender. Even more love, even more faith. I'm able to come back and add more and more to my energy field. And so, last time when I went to Aurangabad, I was told, usko do, usko chahiye. Usko kyun chahiye? What will that patthar do? Arre, it becomes the portal. It is already the portal. Every temple is already, it holds energies at some place. When we went to Kailash, we understood that yes, in the Kailash temple, Kailash as in the Aurangabad Kailash, in the Kailash temple, that Shivling holds energies. And the very first time itself, we sat over there, we meditated on it. I was told to go back over there 5 times. It hasn't happened with me that at one place I have to to do 5 darshans. But no, over here, I've gone back 5 different times. And each time I have received something new. I have been told this is your understanding and this is what you are receiving. How is it going to work out for me? What should I do with it? Not our story. Our job is simply to receive because we don't understand energy. It is too vast. We are too vast for us to understand in the body exactly who we are. And so we don't bother with that. We simply allow ourselves, I receive. And with that, I receive whatever is it that you wish to give to me. I'm here to take. So give. And this time around, whatever it is that you wish to receive from me, here take. Because I understand that all those who are coming to Kailash, and there are, dozens of people, hundreds of people going over there, and they don't have to know who Meenal is. They don't have to know at all, because it's not about Meenal the body, it's about Meenal the frequency of abundance. And that frequency is being dropped over there as I do this and I allow that, okay, whatever you need to receive, I hear, give, take from me. And so it takes on this frequency from me to be able to give it to everyone who comes to it. And so I understand that over the last couple of times, why this has been coming that I have to give. It was so beautiful. I just finished Mahamrityunjay temple in Assam. And immediately, almost immediately after, I went to Aurangabad. It was largely to prepare for the trip that we are going to be making in January. And some of these reminders, if any of you wish to join us for that trip to Aurangabad, the dates are 4th to the 7th of January. If you need more details, then please write to me, reach out to any of us. There are many people who are coming along. So as you inquire, you're going to be able to find, and we are kind of now in the process of finalizing the arrangements. So we will send you links to join the group and you can be part of the group that's going to Aurangabad. So, and that would be January of next year, 4th to 7th. So as we are going over there, so I immediately went, as soon as I came from Mahamrityunjay temple, I immediately went to Mount Kailash, Temple Kailash. And as I'm sitting over there, the guidance came to me, chant the Mahamrityunjay mantra. And so I totally understood that, okay, I have recently carried those energies with me. And now this Shiva wants to receive the latest version of who I am and wants to be receiving those energies. And so I integrated with that Shivling in that space. And then I left my energies over there for whoever is ready, whoever is going to be ready to receive that, they will be receiving from the Ellora temple itself. So that is the reason why when we are aware and we go for these temple visits, the temple might be here and you might be taking the energy from there, but you will know because guidance will speak to you. Guidance will speak to you. And then this other thing also happens. We become so aware. We become so aware that we actually go right back into unawareness. So somebody who said, we went for this darshan and we did this darshan and the Devi was there. And this person really wanted to go into the into the place where the Devi is situated and really wanted to see the temple idol. But I'm asking her, like, what will you receive over there? What's your problem? Why can't you just do the darshan? Because we can receive everything in the energies. And now, they were, as they were telling me the story, then the story moved further. And they said, okay, but this person was really insistent. So I went with them. And then every time they would give us the darshan of the Devi and the doors would close. And then the doors would open again. Just as we were about to move, the doors would open again and we would get more darshan of the Devi. So every time we were just about to move, and then the Devi was giving us darshan again. So see, while you were actually judging, why do I need to see the temple? Why do I need to see the Murti? But the Murti had things to give to you. So we don't know what we are going to receive, but to constantly watch ourselves. Are we sitting in the space of judging this one or that one? The judgment, is it serving us? That is the point. When we start to judge, oh, there's nothing in the temple at all. Now we are sitting on the other side, we are resisting the temple visit. Then we sit on this side that, oh, no, I need to go to the temple. I need to have darshan of the Devi. And the Devi is sitting in that stone. If I don't see that stone idol, my darshan is incomplete. You see, both of these sides are actually unaware sides. We think that we are very aware, and then we become so aware that it's a trap. And then we immediately become unaware again. As we become unaware, the finger goes outside. Why does she want to see? What will we receive now? What is there to receive that you even understand? We don't understand what we are going to receive. And so we just simply move along. You don't want to go, don't go. There is nothing to push you into it. If you want to go, go. But each time you sit in a judgment of what someone else is doing, now you are judging your own self. That outside fellow doesn't exist, but you are judging your own self of 5 days ago, 5 months ago, 5 years ago. That is you only. That is the same person. So many times when people will come, and even this time it happened at Kamakya, we go over there and the Devi doesn't want to give darshan. And I burst out laughing. I was like, "Acha, ye hona hai kya?" Because I understand there is nothing in the darshan of that stone piece that is sitting over there. That stone is not going to give me, or it's not going to restrict me from receiving whatever I have come to receive. I can sit in a mild periphery. I can sit away from that space, but I will call for that and it will be received by me. I am in allowance. I am open. I allow myself to receive with the darshan and without the darshan. I am open to receiving. Doesn't matter if I'm sitting in my place, my home, and I'm working over there. I am open to receiving. Doesn't matter if I'm traveling to some mandir. This mandir, especially for this time, was so funny because I didn't want to go, did not want to go to Mahamrityunjay. And then we can sit and where we are and call for the energies of Kamakya or Kailash. Absolutely, you can. And that's why I also tell everybody that when I go to Kailash, you're already going to receive the energies of it. If you understand the energy part of it, you are already actually in receipt of everything. You are in receipt of Mount Kailash energies, Kamakya energies, Tirupati energies, all the energies you are in receipt of, and especially if I have gone over there and picked it up, you are meditating on Meenal frequency. Meenal frequency is the next version every few days, because there is constantly an updation that is happening, and you have the path of ease and grace. I take energies from Meenal, I am done. But what happens? You keep sitting every now and then in separation from Meenal. You also keep sitting in separation from the Devis and from the Shiva that you are. And as you sit in that separation, will that energy be able to work? No. So that is why every now and then I am called to a space, just like I'm sending out the prasad to say, uske upar haath rakh ke rozana ka meditation karo. You are actually able to receive Meenal frequencies even otherwise. It's not that you were not able to receive, but think about it. It's almost exactly like a transmission tower of the energies right next to you. So, what happens when there's a television tower right next to you? The reception is ekdam dhamakedar. So that is what happens, that when you are at that place where the energy actually worked, when people are struggling with something or the other, "Oh, I can't get over this, I don't know how to come out of this," I say, okay, you come to my house and you work on your energies. Come to my house. They think, oh, when they come to my house, I'm going to give them a personal one-on-one training. No, no, no. I hardly even meet them. I meet them for 10 minutes. I'll tell them, "Acha, ye kar lo." And then I'm out of the house. I'm out of their hair. I do not sit with them and say, "Oh, you should work on this. This is your problem." No, but they will receive answers. Why? Because they are sitting in a very, very strong place of transmission. The transmission is very strong in this house, in my vicinity, around me. And you would have actually experienced this as well. Every time that I come out to meet with you all at a temple, at a non-temple, wherever, at a birthday party, wherever we are meeting, but you can already sense your energy quotient of masti going up. And many people come and say, "Oh my God, we met with you. And after that, we were in that masti for a week after that." Some people say we were in a masti for a month. Some people say, "Oh, we were in masti for a few hours after that." But we were in this great masti and then it got lost. That getting lost part of it is when you have this separation. And you are going to keep bringing that back to oneness again and again as you work on yourself. But whenever you come for the darshans here, for the darshans anywhere else, you are simply making sure that you are sitting right next to a transmission tower. And so the transmission is happening with a lot more clarity, with a lot more push, with a lot more intensity. And that is what happens when we go to any place for a physical darshan. Whatever the energy over there is, it has called us, and we can simply be in that open space of receiving, and we take it back with us. It's so beautiful. Another event, another incident comes to life. And I'm reminded of that a long time ago in 2018, I think in February of 2018, I was called to Jageshwar. So we made a plan to go to Jageshwar, and then somebody says, "Oh, there is also Mahavatar Baba's caves over there." I was like, "Okay, let's go there also." Now, of course, what I didn't realize was 10 hours in this direction is Mahavatar caves, and then 7 hours in another direction is Jageshwar. But we made the plans and chal diye hum to hum pahuche. The Google Maps is showing. We are looking at the Google Maps as we travel, and all the while it's been showing Mahavatar Baba's caves at this particular spot. So Google is showing that. We blindly follow Google and we take that last turn, and we've got another 10 kilometers to go in there. And we reach where it is showing the Mahavatar Baba caves. And as we reach over there, and Google says arrived, and we look around and there's nothing. We're in the middle of mountains. There is nothing over there. This is Jungle Biaban. There's absolutely nothing happening over there. And then a few people said, yeah, Google has now showing, now after we've reached there, it's now showing that, oh, the caves are actually on that side. The caves are actually on another side altogether. So many people are like, oh, ho, galat turn le liya, galat turn le liya. And I'm just sitting here and saying, महाअवतार को मिलने के लिए जा रहे हैं, गलत टर्न तो हो ही नहीं सकता ना. Cannot be that we've taken a wrong turn. This is very intentional, that Google has brought us here, that Google has been showing Mahavatar Baba caves in the middle of wilderness over here. This is not, and I can understand. Everybody's sitting over there saying, we took a wrong turn, we should have gone there. Google does these things, Google makes a mistake. And I'm like, no, this is not a mistake. We are coming to meet the Mahavatar. He cannot make a mistake. He's the one bringing us here. So everybody's talking to themselves or something, and I sit down and meditate. Right in the bus, not like I sit down on the pahadi somewhere or something. I'm sitting in the bus and I meditate and I ask, why have we been brought here? And as I'm asking this question, I hear the mountains breathing. I can hear the sound of his breath. Through the mountains, I can feel the sound of his breath. And then I simply opened my eyes and I looked around and I saw the mountains that was the entire mountain was the presence of Mahavatar. And so I understood that and I bowed and I said, okay, here I am. And in the meanwhile, I had told people, okay, we are taking a break, so you do your susu potty, so everybody's going in that hill only, that mountain where Mahavatar is, and then they're relieving themselves and all of that, and that's all fun. But as this happens, I simply, I make a note of this, and now I'm in that trance space because I can, every time I'm silent, I can hear his breath through the mountain. I can hear this deep breath, inhale, exhale through the mountains. And so I'm now tuned into that inhale, exhale. And suddenly, out of nowhere, I have this heart piercing ache, heart piercing. Literally, I thought I was having a heart attack. And the only thing I could utter was like, oh my God, I need water. I need water. In a bus of 25 people, these days how everybody carries their own water bottles, this and that. In that moment, there was no water in the bus. There were like 2 drops of water. Today that I even understand that water only ties us down to the earth frequencies, I understand why there was no water in the bus. But in that moment, my throat was so parched and everything was just like, I just need a drop of water. And there was no water. So I simply, I was like, okay, I took that 2 drops, literally count karke 2 drops, which hardly even didn't go down my throat. That's all that we had. And then I asked, what is happening to my heart? What is happening? He said, heart khol, main tere saath chal raha hu. Tere saath chal raha hu. I'm coming along with you. You don't ever need to come to me again. I'm coming along with you. And so to understand that there wasn't a temple to be seen over here. The caves were at some other place, and it was showing up that as some other place right now. But the energy was calling us there. And only when you are looking within will you be able to understand this. So, I was thankful and grateful for all of this looking within that Mani has taught me. But as I sat through it, and he said, Ki tere saath chal raha hu. And then suddenly I remembered that there are more people in the bus. So I asked people, I said, is anybody having a heart attack kind of a feeling? 4 hands went up. And I was like, it's not a heart attack. Let go of the worry. Let go of the fear. If in this moment, while your heart is splitting apart, if you sit in fear, oh my God, am I having a heart attack? Oh my God, what have you just done? You, in this beautiful moment of your heart bursting open, you have actually gone and picked up the frequency of fear and now being with it. So instead of that, simply I said, allow. I said, Baba ki energies tum mein aana cha rahi hain. Open, allow. I receive, I allow. And we did that. On the way to this place only, on the way to Mahavatar, we had another magical story because we were 25 of us in the bus and we were moving in the bus. Suddenly, the person on the last seat was fast asleep. Suddenly wakes up and says, oh, Meenal has to go to Kenchi. Meenal has to Kenchi. She has to go to Kenchi Wale Baba. I've never heard of Kenchi Wale Baba before, but I'm like, okay, if you are saying so, okay, we'll go. So he says, no, it's on the route over here only. It's right here only. It's on the route. So he says to the driver, whenever we come to Kenchi, please stop the bus. And the driver said, and this fellow was fast asleep. And in this moment, when he woke up, Kenchi was right there on the side. That Kenchi Dham was right there on the side. And so the driver says, Yera Kenchi, niche, Vora mandir wahan pe. And we are just simply on that slope. And so we immediately parked the car on the side, parked the bus on the side. And then I said, okay, bol raha hai to chale jate hain. When I went in over there, dhyan lagaya, and I said, okay, I'm here to receive. And he says to me, ki, kuch nahi hai, tu to already us frequency mein hai. You and I you're already integrated into this frequency of abundance. You're already integrated into this frequency of surrender. तो जा. Okay. That's all that I had to receive. I had to receive the confirmation that there is no separation between my frequency and Kenchi Wale Baba's frequencies. There's no separation. So that's all that I was to receive. Not that my mind comprehends what energy was his, what is my energy. It's not for us to comprehend. Those energies keep showing us so much magic. We cannot comprehend the extent of magic that happens through our energies of surrender, through our energies of faith, through our energies of abundance. तो करना क्या है? बढ़ाते चलना है. पता है ना कि मस्ती होने वाली है, तो बस बढ़ाते चलो, सोचने का नहीं है. अच्छा, if I take this frequency, will my work get better? Will I get more client? Okay, now you haven't taken that frequency at all. You already are sitting in the frequency of lack. That's it. The minute you have an outside purpose to it, what will I receive? You're done. What will I receive is a question from lack frequency itself. And so, even when you are going for the Mandir Darshan, what will I receive? Don't put your mind to it. Whatever you will receive, the Devi is calling you, go. Don't judge, go. If the Devi is not calling out to you, you won't feel the need to go. It was hilarious. And I've spoken about this in my Kamakhya trip recently, that when I reached over there, I totally could understand that I'm not being called by Kamakhya. I'm not even being called inside. And yet I said, okay, everybody who wants to go in, as we get tickets, people who want to go in, go. I will not go. I will go the last. If there's a last ticket left, only I will go. There was no last ticket left. So everybody went and I didn't go. And I was literally almost packing up to come back to the hotel because I was like, मेरे को अंदर जाना ही नहीं है. मेरे को ना तो वो कुछ देना चाहती है, ना मैं कुछ लेना चाहती. Nothing. The energy is not calling out. As I was doing this, as I was saying that the energy is not calling out, I felt now, immediately in the last 5 minutes, I've actually built up resistance of going in. In 5 minutes itself, I was okay to going in. I was like, chalo, darshan ke liye chalte hain. I know there's nothing to be received. But when the temple, we couldn't get the tickets in the first lot or whatever, when we couldn't get the tickets, I was like, okay, we'll find ways. Everybody will get darshan. Let's go. So people were going, finding ways, finding this, that, and everything. And I was like, जिसको देखना है उसको दिख जाएगा. उसके देखने में कुछ है ही नहीं. There is nothing in that idol that is sitting over there. पर फिर भी there are so many people sitting in lack. उनको भी दिख जाएगा कि अच्छा, okay, fine. Here is the temple. Here is the Murti. Here is the 400 garlands around it. Okay, touch it and out. Nothing. However, in this moment, when I said, नहीं, मुझे नहीं जाना, तुम लोग जाओ. I put everybody out there. And when there's a time when the priest came back and said, no, I'm going to take you only. And again, I said, no, take somebody else. And that somebody else pushed me and said, no, you go. And I immediately noticed that I had now, in the last 5 minutes, this is how quickly from aware, unaware, we can shift. So immediately I noticed that now I had developed resistance towards even going in. So in that moment, I released my resistance. I said, चलो चलते हैं. अभी जाना ही है, कुछ नहीं मिलेगा, बहुत बढ़िया है, चलो अंदर चलते हैं. And as we went in, we had that magical experience of the caves themselves moving, vibrating with laughter. And I could get that magical experience only because I managed to go in over there. And that's all that I needed to receive. बस उसमें और कुछ नहीं था. पर वो ही कितने मजे की magical experience of the caves laughing, Kamakya laughing, saying, अच्छा तू आई है क्या? And making it known to my entire group, because when we put our hands on the walls were vibrating. It almost felt like to me कि अच्छा ये तो earthquake जैसा लग रहा है. So what is happening? And nobody else, no other group of ours also felt that. Only the group that was with me, because I could feel the sensation under my feet and then I could feel it with my hands, only because I'm constantly focused on the energy parts of it. So money keeps opening those doors for me. The more we become focused on the physical part of it, ये देवी है, ये मूर्ति है, ये मूर्ति नहीं देखी तो नहीं मिलेगा. The more we limit ourselves from receiving. So when you stand in line for 4 days for a darshan, I would say wonderful, because you are receiving faith frequencies. You are growing your faith frequencies. When you stand in line for only 2 minutes and then you get darshan, I say, wonderful. It's your ease and grace manifesting already. You already hold so much of ease and grace that it's already manifesting as well. Might as well use that and be in more gratitude, in more thankfulness for how easy it has become for you to get the darshans. Whenever any such opportunity arises, nothing is right and nothing is wrong. If you go, will you receive more? If you're already going with that understanding, sorry, not receiving. So if you go to a temple and touch the Devi, will you receive more? If you do, you are already receiving. Just allow yourselves to receive. I allow, I allow. I'm here. I'm here to receive whatever it is that you wish to give to me. And stay tuned in the energies. You are a mile away, a kilometer away from the Murti. You will receive. You will receive. I will end with this particular story. I think we are almost at the time. I will end with this particular story that somewhere in COVID, I think I mentioned this even before, but the story has again come to say that somewhere in COVID, got the guidance to go to the same temple Kailash in Aurangabad. So there were these two kids with me, two girls, and we all three went 10 hours drive to temple Kailash. And when we reached over there, they said, oh, the temple is closed. It's not even open. You can't go inside for darshan. And I looked at that and I laughed. And I said, Cha, okay. These people are like, Cha, mama, Mata, you'll be able to do something in the energy. So tomorrow we'll get darshan. And I'm not even interested in the darshan because I'm sitting and having a conversation. Mujhe kyun bulaya hai? So immediately, the Devi speaks to me and says, every time you come to Aurangabad to pick up Shiva energies, this time I'm coming with you. So I'm like, I receive, I allow. I'm standing outside somewhere and I receive and I allow. And I said, Ki, shakal kyun nahi dikha rahi? Why aren't you showing me your face? And she said, because of these two people. So I said, what about them? Says their program of what they will receive only when they have seen a temple idol, their program needs to break. Their program needs to break. They are in the vicinity. You can already just open and receive. So I told them, yahin khade ho jao. Half a kilometer from the temple, yahin khade ho jao, and simply I allow, I receive. That place is so powerful. Kya uski half a kilometer ki pahunch nahi hai? Of course hai. मेरी पहुंच मार्स तक है. I tell people, even when you do the meal frequency meditation on Mars, you are going to be able to catch the frequency. So क्या उसकी पहुंच नहीं है उतनी तक? So there is nothing as such when you are going over there with this expectation that उस idol को नहीं मिले तो दर्शन नहीं हुए. Let go of that thought and simply, if you are called to the temple, go there. As much as the idol is calling for you, do the darshan. If it's not calling out to you, still simply be open to receiving. Everything is right. Whatever is right for you in that moment will come. Sometimes the temples will be closed. Sometimes, the doors will be closed. But you keep yourself open. If you keep yourself open to receiving, you are receiving. Okay, everyone. Any questions? I don't see anything on chat. All good? Okay then. So it's 5:45, perfect timing. And let me start with the chant in a moment. Let me have some water and get myself ready. Sharing. Starting the sharing now. Let's see what we got.
हाँ, ट्रैक चेंज करना है, वरना यही सैटरडे के रिकॉर्डिंग नहीं होगा।
क्या करना है?
नहीं, ये साथ ही हो नहीं होगा ना, मतलब।
I'm sorry, I can't understand what you're saying.
ना, अभी सैटरडे वेबिनार आपका लाइव चालू है ना, तो
मैं
उसका
सैटरडे की
रिकॉर्डिंग।
मैं इसी लिंक पे कर रही हूँ।
नो नो, आई नो दैट, वो तो पता है माँ। मतलब उसको स्टॉप करके फिर आप रिकॉर्डिंग वापस करोगे तो दूसरा अलग क्रिएट होगा, ऐसे कुछ।
No, it's fine. I'll just take out this
ओके
piece
ओके।
from here and put it up. That's okay. It's a short piece of recording. I'll do it. Don't worry. Thank you. Okay, let's see what we got here. Can everybody see the screen? Okay. I hope you.
Yes, ma.
Okay, fine.
Yes, ma.
Okay. Om Devi Chandra Ghantaye Namaha Pindaj Pravara Chandakopaster Keryuta Prasadam Tanute Mayam Chandra Ghanteti Vishruta Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Ma Chandra Ghanta Rupena Sanstita Namastasye 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 Namo Namaha Vande Vanchitlavaya Chandrardhakritshekharam Singharudha Chandraghanta Yashasvinim Manipurasthitam Tritiya Durga Trinetraam Khanga Gada Trishul Chapashar Padma Kamandalu Malavarabhit Karam पटांभर परिधानाम मृदु हास्या नानालंकार भूषिताम मंजीर हार केयूर किंकिणी रत्न कुंडल मंडिताम प्रफुल्ल वदन वंदना विवाधारा कांत कपोलाम तुगम कुचाम कमनीयां लावण्यां क्षीण कठिन तंबनीम आपदुद्धारिणी त्वं ही आद्या शक्ति शुभ पराम अणिमादि सिद्धिदात्री चंद घंटे प्रणमाम्यहम् चंद्रमुखी इष्टदात्री इष्टं मंत्रं स्वरूपिणीं धनदात्री आनंददात्री चंद्रघंटे प्रणमाम्यहम् नानारूपधारिणी इच्छामयी ऐश्वर्यदायिनीं सौभाग्यरोगदायिनी चंद्रघंटे प्रणमाम्यहम् and going towards the Durga names. Om Shriye Namaha, Om Umaye Namaha, Om Bharatye Namaha, Om Bhadraye Namaha, Om Sharvanye Namaha, Om Vijayaye Namaha, Om Jayaye Namaha, Om Vanye Namaha, Om Sarvagataye Namaha, Om Gaurye Namaha, Om Varaye Namaha, Om Kamala Priyaye Namaha, Om Saraswatye Namaha, Om Kamalaye Namaha, Om Mayaye Namaha, Om Matangye Namaha, Om Aparaye Namaha, Om Ajaye Namaha, Om Shankhabharye Namaha, Om Shivaye Namaha, Om Chandaye Namaha, Om Kundalye Namaha, ॐ वैष्णव्ये नमः। ॐ क्रियाये नमः। ॐ श्रिये नमः। ॐ ऐन्दर्ये नमः। ॐ मधुमत्ये नमः। ॐ गिरिजाये नमः। ॐ सुभगाये नमः। ॐ अम्बिकाये नमः। ॐ ताराये नमः। ॐ पद्मावत्यै नमः। ॐ हंसाये नमः। ॐ पद्मनाभसहोदर्ये नमः। ॐ अपर्णाये नमः। ॐ ललिताये नमः। ॐ धात्रे नमः। ॐ कुमार्ये नमः। ॐ शिखवाहिन्ये नमः। ॐ शाम्भव्ये नमः। ॐ सुमुख्ये नमः। ॐ मैत्रे नमः। ॐ त्रिनेत्राय नमः। ॐ विश्वरूपिण्ये नमः। ॐ आर्याय नमः। ॐ मृडान्ये नमः। ॐ हीङ्कार्ये नमः। ॐ क्रोधिन्ये नमः। ॐ सुदिनाय नमः। ॐ अचलाय नमः। ॐ सूक्ष्माय नमः। ॐ परात्पराय नमः। ॐ शोभाय नमः। ॐ सर्ववर्यान्ये नमः। ॐ हरप्रियाय नमः। ॐ महालक्ष्म्यै नमः। ॐ महासिद्ध्यै नमः। ॐ स्वधायै नमः। ॐ स्वाहायै नमः। ॐ मनोन्मन्ये नमः। ॐ त्रिलोकपालिन्ये नमः। ॐ उद्भूताये नमः। ॐ त्रिसन्ध्याये नमः। ॐ त्रिपुरान्तक्ये नमः। ॐ त्रिशक्त्यै नमः। ॐ त्रिपदाये नमः। ॐ दुर्गाये नमः। ॐ ब्राह्म्ये नमः। ॐ त्रैलोक्यवासिन्ये नमः। ॐ पुष्कराये नमः। ॐ अत्रिसुताये नमः। ॐ गूढाये नमः। ॐ त्रिवर्णाये नमः। ॐ त्रिस्वराये नमः। ॐ त्रिगुणाये नमः। ॐ निर्गुणाये नमः। ॐ सत्याये नमः। ॐ निर्विकल्पाये नमः। ॐ निरञ्जन्ये नमः। ॐ ज्वालिन्ये नमः। ॐ मालिन्ये नमः। ॐ चर्चाये नमः। ॐ क्रव्यादोपनिबर्हिन्ये नमः। ॐ कामाक्ष्ये नमः। ॐ कामिन्ये नमः। ॐ कान्ताये नमः। ॐ कामदाये नमः। ॐ कलहंसिन्ये नमः। ॐ सलज्जाये नमः। ॐ कुलजाये नमः। ॐ प्राज्ञे नमः। ॐ प्रभाये नमः। ॐ मदन सुंदर्ये नमः। ॐ वागीश्वर्ये नमः। ॐ विशालाक्ष्ये नमः। ॐ सुमङ्गल्ये नमः। ॐ काल्ये नमः। ॐ महेश्वर्ये नमः। ॐ चण्डये नमः। ॐ भैरव्ये नमः। ॐ भुवनेश्वर्ये नमः। ॐ नित्याये नमः। Om Sanand Vibhavaye Namaha. Om Satya Jnanaye Namaha. Om Tamopahaye Namaha. Om Maheshwara Priyam Karye Namaha. Om Mahatripur Sundarye Namaha. Om Durga Parameshwarye Namaha. Om Mani, Om Mani, Om Mani. Give yourself a moment of silence. मैं ही दुर्गा, मैं ही दुर्गा, मैं ही दुर्गा. या देवी सर्वभूतेषु मंगल मांगल्य संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः. या देवी सर्वभूतेषु मातृरूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः. या देवी सर्वभूतेषु पितृरूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः. Worshipping your own self in all of these forms. You are the mother, you are the father. No, not the mother and father to other people. You are the mother to yourself. You are the father to yourself. Your energies of tenderness, firstly for yourself. Your energies of kindness, firstly towards yourself. Your energies of being a mother, only to your own self. Giving yourself so much of motherly love. You are your mother. You are the father to yourself. Holding yourself strong, knowing the inner strength that belongs to you. It is yours. Tapping into it whenever the need be. The need might not be every day. And in those days, you're happy being the tender mother. On the days that you need, you are that strong, strong Shiva that you are, tapping into your own inner strength of fearlessness. The Father, fearless, you are. Not to anyone else, you are the Father, only to your own self. Allowing yourself to recognize these both energies within, belonging to you, from you, for you. There is no other, and you are the best father to yourself, and you are the best mother to yourself. या देवी सर्वभूतेषु मणिरूपेण संस्थिता. Mani, the father frequency, that is yours. Namastasye, namastasye, namastasye namo namaha. Ya Devi sarvabhuteshu meenal rupena sanstita. The meenal frequencies that are yours, the frequencies of masti, that of the mother, in you, only yours. Namastasye, namastasye, namastasye namo namaha. I honor all of these frequencies outside of me and within me. I recognize all my mirrors and I honor those mirrors on the outside. I also recognize my own divinity within and I honor my divinity within. Wherever you are, if you can, bend down and touch your own feet. With the same joyfulness, with the same reverence that you would give to a mother or father figure around you. With that same reverence, touch your own feet. You are that. Om Mani, Om Mani, Om Mani. Okay, everyone. Lots and lots of love. Thank you,
Thank you, Ma. It
everybody.
was so
Ma. Thank you
beautiful.
so
Thank
much.
you.
Lots and lots
Thank
of
you, ma'am.
love.
Thank
Thank
Love
you,
you.
you.
everybody.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.